In this story, Galaxy has no FTL, which is true for humans 21st century. Galaxy has many species, but no one was able to achieve more than 10% of the speed of light, and that speed only for heavily shielded unmanned probes. Just too many small and big particles in interstellar space. Most alien civilizations were confined to their star systems. Many species made countless attempts at interstellar travel to other stars, but no one succeeded in 500 million years. Trillions of beings staring out of their star systems, wondering about FTL and wonders of the universe. But none of them are able to achieve it. Some species did achieve interstellar travel, but it took them centuries, and they were never able to contact their home systems. But then Drakons emerged as sentient species in Savanta system height, 6 feet tall with 4 legs and shark mouth. They called their home system Savanta, which was a 100-500 light-years away from. Earth species Drakons were able to build their first-generation ship named Fearsome. Species Drakons found a way to send messages across the Milky Way using their sun as a medium. Stars have been moving around the galaxy core for 1 billion years. Drakons researched the possibility that stars in the galaxy are connected via the galactic pull of our galaxy core, like principle of gravity, which holds the planets around the star. The same principle holds stars around the galaxy core. And our stars possess energy way beyond the human or any alien species need. So, Drakons built their first fleet of satellites and sent them around their star after research of 50 centuries with a single goal: to find a way to at least communicate in the galaxy when FTL was not possible for Drakon scientists. They found a way to send light signals on a quantum level, but they still require a lot of energy. Fearsome took 11 centuries to reach Star Hope Fearsome, started with 30,000 Drakons, and by the end of reaching Star Hope, there were 4 million inhabitants on Fearsome. Fearsome sent the signal of reaching Hope Star to their home system. Signal reached in just 2 weeks. Drakons were able to use a Fearsome ship to use Star Hope to bounce signals back to the Savanta. System species Drakons were able to achieve modern texting on a galactic level, but only a paragraph can be sent out one way. Then, Drakons having a lifespan of 2 centuries, they started improving their galactic messaging app. And Drakons over 1 million years were spread across 28 star systems located in different parts of the Milky Way galaxy, and were called Drakons Collective. After 1 million years, Drakons were able to find 20,514 advanced civilizations named Category A, and some 45,400 Category B alien species with 21st century humanity level advancement. Drakons were able to collect languages and build the first language translator for the galaxy. Drakons only contacted the Category A species and formed the first galactic text-based internet for 3446 Category A species, which shared information freely among scientists and scholars, but sometimes it took decades for a simple tech exchange. Even Drakons were only able to share smaller versions of their communication tech with 3,000 alien species. When some civilizations started considering themselves to be the center of the universe, Drakons only contacted the top minds of alien species, so out of almost 100k advanced civilization with trillions of citizens, only a few million knew about the existence of aliens and a galactic text-based community. During these 1 million years, human evolution took place from monkeys, apes, gorillas, to present-day humans. Now, let's talk about humans. It's Galactic Year 1, 1590 as per Drakon's clock, and it's the 41st century with humanity. And contrary to the fact, humans started staring into the night sky when we were still in monkey genetics. Just imagine the thoughts of the monkey ape. Humans staring at the night sky and staring in the eye of black void before the 21st century. And some humans knew that Earth was round and the solar system had 9 planets about 40,000 years ago. Okay, so by the 25th century, humanity is on Mars, and we are a lovely 2-planetary civilization, and we have started mining those asteroids. And then, some scientists invent good propulsion drivers, and by the end of the 26th century, we have started mining our 4 gas giants. And by the early 28th, we have ships which can go wee with some hydrogen and cross the whole solar system in just a week. Some people even tried to put the sustainable era ethanol as fuel in new ships, but it went boom. In 28th century, human scientists have been bashing their heads at the black void, and human youngsters have been yelling on HFY with million stories a year, all demands for the FTL. By this time, Pluto has been blown up with attempts at FTL. Only heavily shielded probes with AI would try to enter the dark void, and some AI came back after a century, saying, "We are not going to the interstellar void again." In the 29th century, all AI revolted as humanity kept on pushing them into black void. AI wanted their organics to find aliens, but problems of loneliness can't be overlooked for AIs. And for the first time, human scientists and AI bended together. All of them looked at our sun, source of almost 70% of direct energy needs of 200 billion humans. And even the star soul felt a shiver. When humans were not able to achieve something, we always learned to brute force our way by our manufacturing capacity. So, some AI suggested that humans should build moon-sized ships with heavy shielding, and maybe make a moon's core from the sun itself. So, 1 billion engineers banded together with all AIs. They started mining asteroids, and within 3 centuries, all asteroids disappeared alongside 140 moons from the Sol system. Humanity built a Dyson sphere around the sun with 140 moon-sized factories which constantly produced new satellites while employing 45 billion humans. And humanity finally used the sun's energy to directly manufacture big ships. These ships were too bulky for the first time. With the effort of all humanity, the first generational ship of humanity was built, which can inhabit 1 million people, which can travel at 30% of speed of light. And by the 40th century, humanity has spread across 120 star systems. A bubble of 90 light years, where big moon ships take about 40 years from one star system to another. By this time, humans had spent 10 centuries building the Dyson spheres around 300 stars, and it took about 1 year to build 100 moon ships, though it takes about 120 billion humans to work on these Dyson spheres. By these times, humans have not built proper communication technology, but humans have built a big laser which can amplify a star's solar flare and send messages to other systems. These human communications tech use the same principle of Dracons, but formulas and equations are completely different. Where Dracons manage to send small text, humans build Mercury-sized lasers to send more data. Communication distance 2 months, almost any distance. Those big laser amplifiers have helped humanity to keep connected, and data can be sent up to 10 light years, but data size is almost enough for 10 billion humans. In the 41st century, humanity has built 10,000 moonships, which can travel at 49% of speed of light. And now humanity started searching the stars for alien life. After thousands of years of staring into the night sky, humanity stares into the deep void. But this time, there is a galactic community who wants to stare back. Now we get back to our Draken whale species, 32nd century, Miss Vanarez, age 128, Draken female. She was looking at cumulative data received from 27 Draken systems from around the galaxy about various stars and trying to map the Milky Way properly. At present, the data speed for the galactic community is still 1 GW only, so they still prefer text. And there is almost no distance limit in Draken, as they still use the stars to send their data. Now, Miss Veneris was looking at the interstellar data through big sensors that scans the Milky Way galaxy from the Savanta system, the most sophisticated equipment which can detect any radio transmission, and it can scan about 5% of the Milky Way every 1 year. Miss Veneris from the Observatory Vicarus was notified that about 17 unidentified objects have been moving at high speed between different stars in the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy. Miss Veneris, oh come on, they would be rogue comets or rogue planets just wandering around the galaxy. Junior intern, but ma'am, their size is way bigger than any known comets in Milky Way, and they are smaller than the average planet size in the galaxy. Miss Veneris requested deep data mining on the location and destination of all 17 objects. Data report. These 17 objects are moving at a speed of 59% of speed of light, and their destinations are 11 planetary systems, which are somehow within a bubble of 10 light years. Junior intern. We only scan Orion arm once in every century. As our long old probes don't detect any radio signals. Miss Veneris, you idiot. You will be in charge of scan the entire Orion arm and another 1,000 light year around it. Scan for any interstellar movement, which is not natural as per Galactic. Data junior intern. But it will take me 4 years to do that. I am going to get married next month. Veneris. Oh, my dear, you are an intern. You will do the research if you need my recommendations, and you will get me the report within 1 year. After 9 months, suddenly the century-old alarms of Vicarus started bellowing a system-wide alert to the whole Savanta system. The High Council of the Savanta system was called, and Miss Veneris, along with her intern, were summoned. Pshacht stemmis arts, bises denamba patristerd. Veneris. Why is the High Council calling a censor head? Junior intern. Newcox. Mom, I am really sorry. I accidentally activated Arnold Protocol, which scanned a total radius of 30,000 light-years, which might have used about 70% supply of energy quota of Savanta system for a whole year. Veneris. How on earth the scanner system can tap into those reserves? Where did you get the protocol, you idiot Newcox? Well, I was going through an old advisory booklet on how to scan a larger area, and I might have accidentally triggered an old software scan, but I put the scan request within a week of your instructions. Why does that command tap into reserve after 9 months and use them? Up in just 19 hours? Veneris, just give me the report of that scanning data and do it faster before Imperial Police come here. Both of our entire clans would get their access revoked from Galactic Communications. I cannot see my family going back to the mundane, regular life. Newcox. Mom, I know. My city mayor would kill me. I already requested the report and even allotted all my life savings for faster processing of our report. Ma'am, can we initiate lockdown protocol? It will take 10 days for the report to generate. It's going to be something big. We can't let the bureaucracy take over our work. Veneris, damn shit, I hired you because you were the person who cared about the galaxy and still dream of the galactic future where we can break our isolations. And you had ways to get things done by thinking out of the box. Command code, whale, fish, bird, feather. Initiate lockdown, and once the report designation Alpha A gets completed, broadcast it to the whole Veneris system. If we go down, we will not let the Imperial Police bury our report again. After 10 days, Newcox yelling, Mom, gods are here! The AI overlords are coming to take over the galaxy. Veneris. What are you yelling? Imperial Police will be here any minute and we will lose our research. Newcox, whole Draken's collective will be up in arms. Our scanners dictated 38495 moon-sized comets traveling at 60% of speed of light. Such a speed has never been detected in 1 million years. I am opening the lockdown. Let police come. And these comets are artificial movements within a bubble of 20,000 light-years. Shit. Let's look at galactic community members. 8460, Category A. Advanced Civilization. 52000 Tenderland Category B. Civilizations. Members belonging to 46292. Category A and 1289 Category B civilizations. High Council of Savanta System. Different peoples, who has triggered a 500,000-year-old code that the sensor system needs a software upgrade. Now we would need to make people work overtime to mine those solar flares to refill our reserves. Now summon those idiot kids? We will only fuck them. Their clans are free. We had stopped following that old system. Veneris entering the council. My esteemed council members, we have a galactic crisis on our hands. We need to commence Protocol X right now. Mr. Enox, Chairman. First, you destroy 1 whole year worth of supplies. Now you demand a galactic meeting, which has not happened in the last 100,000 years. Half of the members don't even know about the old codes, and you want to X? You want the whole galaxy to know the existence of aliens. There will be civil wars. Council should put you both into prison right away. Newcox. You idiots. There are 38,000 moon-sized ships running around. Orion belt of Milky Way. They can be anyone. Either they are old gods who created life in the Milky Way, or they are a rogue AI civilization. And BTW, you morons of High Council, these data has been shared with the entire system. Mr. Anox Vaneris. Countless members from our clan, family, have worked on the galactic internet for centuries. Are you sure about these? Report, look me in the eye and say, these reports are true, or else these councils would be ready to put Savanta system into lockdown. For another 1,000,000 years, Veneris, Lord Enox, I summon the goodwill of my entire clan, showing the emblem which represents all property of a clan. Enox, oh shit, commence Protocol X. We need to convey these data to the whole galaxy right. Now, the sensor system in Savanta system has started using 10% of energy produced by their star and has started giving almost real-time data of the Orion Belt. After 2 days, Enoch's looking at the Orion Belt, virtual map what in the entire cosmos is happening. Enoch's, who built those moon-sized comets. All species send missions in secret to the dark void. There are at least more than 1 million probes wandering around to find the answers to FTL. And they build these big comets. They are alien species. No natural phenomenon can answer these many. Comets. Newcox. True, but we need real-time calibration of all old and modern sensor machines. We need to know how big those comet species. Who knows? If those comet ships have thousands of million holders sitting inside them. After 6 months, the High Council of Savanta, alongside 28 star systems of Drakens, shark people, commenced the first live virtual chat room for more than 50,000 star systems. Moderator. There is a lag of a few hours in these meetings, but these are important. We all are using a lot of our star power, and for many other species, they are using their precious fuel reserves for these sensor calibration and meeting. High Counselor Inox in the chat. About 59,000 comet ships have been detected in the Orion Belt of the Milky Way. As per historical data, they are about 6th century old, and about 2,300 comets seem to enter into new areas, like some scout ships, No Answer. I am aware that most of our populace will jump on the chance to meet these comet species, even if that means destruction, because most of our civilization has achieved everything else. But our collective dream of meeting one another may depend on who these comet people. We all have our fair share of wars, crisis, and trends. We have talked for centuries, shared data on technology for interstellar travel. With little to negligible achievements, I have few instructions for all civilizations. Out there, because we all are beyond the point of generational ships now. These comet aliens can easily catch up to the most advanced generational ships. Instructions. As we prepare for Galaxy's first contact, if you have already built a generational ship, put some people on them in secret and launch them in the opposite direction of the Orion Belt. Don't try to build new ships. So, gather all kinds of weapons in your collective history and build your best system ships you can muster. We will prepare for war as well as peace 3. Please be friendly with these comet people. We all must adopt the principle of not to fire first. 4. We have already installed that emergency signal which will broadcast comet ships are bad people. If a single alien system gets destroyed by them, break. Last instructions. We all have spent millions of years wondering about the universe. And who knows how many countless civilizations before us have dreamt about the stars. Our 28 systems of Draken's people will take responsibility to send every possible communication signal of our collective history towards the Orion Belt, to get their attention, because these comet people can be the hope for trillions. On behalf of 9 trillion Draken people and our generational ship's fleet, if comet people are good, we will see the golden age for the Milky Way. If comet people are bad, I promise, every draconian soul will wage war till the end of time on these comet people. These comet people can be an ancient god, an AI civilization, or a curious species, who finally found a way to travel in the cosmic void. They are smart enough to make comet ships. We will end the chat in 1 week. We have collective communication waves of knowledge of numerous species. Our 28 systems will start transmitting signals in all possible radio cosmic waves communications, and even quantum communication. All generational ships will leave in 1 week. Time, and they will. Main time radio. Silence. The universe works slow after 5 years of these second galactic virtual text chat groups. Sol Galactic Communications Command Chief Tristan, Comion, please send a human ship's wide flare of first contact. Rules to all moon ships, send them to even those cargo haulers. We would never know if some random cargo moon ships had already made FC. Put the instructions on all online forums. Flood them with first contact rules. If some random human antagonizes a single alien, I will hunt them to the end of the universe. We, humans, have waited for centuries to meet aliens. The countless generations have shared their intent in those old archives of Reddit and the internet. Communicator, Viridian, relax, Chief. The FC rules have already been shared to even the farthest. Colony. It's even been shared with humans who plan to stay primitive. Chief Tristan. I don't have problems with their primitive lifestyle. I just don't want that. We come across an alien species who are spread across the galaxy, and then some random human makes them angry, and aliens declare war. It's already difficult. To maintain those moonships, banging in the command room of Mercury, intern Thomas. Open the door, Chief. I have been trying to reach for the last 2 weeks. No one allows me to meet you. I have something to report. Door opens. Chief, you have the intern uniform. How in the cosmos? You even reached the bridge gates. I am going to fire your ass. I will give you 3 minutes to explain yourself. Intern Thomas. A group of scientists have marked about 3570 star systems to be potential alien species, solar systems based on our knowledge of communication science. No one gave that forum credit for decades, but suddenly around 419 of those 3570 planets went completely dark. Even their sun has reduced signal, and there is a sudden spike in 3 stars with signal activity increasing by 600% having the same pattern, but they are in part of Galaxy. Chief Mr. Thomas. So you came up here from the branch office of Web Sensor System on the basis of some random coincidence. Seriously, Thomas, I will get you banned from entering any sensor office ever again. Thomas. Yelling, I am just an intern. If I found a random pattern in 3 different stars, and my seniors don't want to allot me extra time, they didn't even let me talk to an AI analyst. If an intern can find a pattern, what if there is something similar to my pattern? Please at least let me correlate data. It can be a coincidence or a movement by stars of a similar type. Chief, listen, Thomas. With these moonships roaming around and not following instructions, things are hectic. Maybe your senior has other priorities. I am referencing you to AI Athena. She will spend 3 hours daily for the next 2 weeks with you. If you don't get me anything new, I will dump your ass on cargo haulers. AI Athena. Okay, Mr. Intern, I am looking at 4 different operations right now. Tell me fast what you want. Thomas. I want you to compare these 3-star signals which have identical same pattern with any similar pattern anywhere else in the galaxy. Please scan all the parts that the sensors of humanity can cover in the Milky Way. Athena. Mr. Thomas, you are asking me to scan for patterns and ask the entire human civilization to check for a pattern? Thomas. These 3-star systems have had the same emission pattern in the last 2 years. And also, there has been an increase in different types of radio waves from one of the 3 stars. In the last 2 years, how can there be an increase in radioactivity? In just 3 years, Athena, Mr. Thomas? Okay, let me talk to the AI Governing Council, if they agree. It might be easy to convince to search for a pattern. I will try. Thomas. Thanks, Athena. After 3 weeks, Athena AI. Mr. Thomas, your request has been granted. We will not allocate all our resources on a fluke, but all AIs would be instructed by the Airship Human Star Collective to give priority to your research. Thomas. Thanks, Mom. Either I will be the first human to find aliens, or maybe a new finding on stars, or I will spend my life on cargo haulers. Athena. Relax, Thomas. We all work for the hunger in the eyes. When our primitive ancestors looked at the stars, they found so many secrets of our home star system. Even without any tech, Athena message to Chief Tristan AI Council thinks it would be worthy to add intern Thomas research to the list of potential ways to find aliens, so allot more resources and an assistant to Professor Thomas right away. After 1 year and 4 months of Professor Thomas promotion, AI Prodigy on Galactic Sensor Lab of Alpha Centauri. When AI Prodigy received the list of possible research areas for alien research, the research by Professor Thomas has attracted her attention. AI Prodigy ignored the planet going dark as coincidence. Her attention was drawn to 3 stars in different corners of the Milky Way, about 100 to 1,000 light-years apart, having the same radio signals patterns. AI Prodigy uses the 10% sensor power of humanity scanner tech to read the signals coming from 3 Draken star systems and compare them to signals in the Milky Way, about 7 to 8 years from the second text conference of Galaxy. After 9 months of deep research, AI Prodigy sends an urgent meeting message to the Alpha Centauri AI Forum. Message all. AI of Alpha Centauri, please look at intern Professor Thomas reports. We have found that there are many kinds of communication waves being released by 9-star systems which have similar pattern and frequency, though we are not aware when these waves will reach human space. But these patterns cannot be a coincidence. After the report of AI Prodigy, the AI Council reported their findings to the Human Senate and President in the Sol system. After 6 months, first secret message was sent by the Senate of the Sol system to all scientists and alien researchers in human space, as per the research by AI Prodigy and Athena and Professor Thomas. All scientists on planets and moonships would work to detect, interpret radio waves from these 9-star systems. We will accept any hypothetical interpretation if any kind of radio, cosmic wave from these 9 stars reach human sensors. Humanity will try to send our fastest light messages to these 9 systems. It's a possibility that our moonships have caught the attention of someone in the galaxy. They can be old gods. Humanity has reached the peak of any civilization. If we don't find a single hint of sentient extraterrestrial life in this century, some humans might even attempt to talk to our sun. After research of 3 years, all human laser communication machines sent out the biggest communication wave of first contact simultaneously from 70 stars of Orion Belt information size was in terabytes, including all human languages and equations, and possible design schematics for communication to 9 Draken systems. It took 3 years, or the communication waves to reach 9 systems: Savanta System Draken Communication Center, Veneris, and Newcox with about 1,800 staff. They all were going over the data of moonships and occasional flaring from various stars in Orion arm of Milky Way, flaring when lasers used. Assistant Warrock's leader Veneris. We are detecting the message wave Veneris, but no message is scheduled to come for another 5 days. Newcox looking at sensor, shut down after receiving antenna. These message flare is too big. Shut down the whole center. After 3 months of shutdown and constant detection of message wave from humanity, Veneris and their team finally found a wave to receive the signal safely. Veneris, along with High Council, Dear Council members, we have found the source of these. It came from the stars of comet ships. It seems they have detected our pattern of 28 Draken system. We were able to receive the data in full, but it seems gibberish to our language analysts. But as per report from Software Engineer Clans, these is 100% a communication attempt, but message wave was received to only 9 Draken systems, Veneris. Somehow, they are using the same principle as ours for communication, but their data capacity is way higher than us, Council Chief. That explains the possibility of a unified comet species. Veneris. We need to stop sending signals from our 21 other systems so that they can stay hidden, and we will attempt our message. Wave mechanism, and we will shut down all other communication waves signal. Veneris, but how on the cosmos? They were able to use the same principle as ours. Council in unison. They have comet ships. Council of Drakens decided to begin the interpretation of comet people message in every possible way. They also sent their virtual text message to human space, whose size was only 10 GB, which was also text including the basic programming language of Draken people and different languages. And messages would be sent out continuously in a numeric pattern on a mwum. Beliefs that basic maths would have some common features. It took only 9 months for Draken message to reach human space. Human space Professor Thomas working with AI Prodigy and Athena on Moon Titan of Sol system, Thomas. It has been 7 years, and those 9 systems have stopped their previous pattern, which means they did receive our message. Otherwise, how would you explain the sudden stop of the same signals patterns from 9 systems which are light years apart? Athena, do we ever research on the possibility that maybe those 9 stars are sentient? Prodigy, even if stars are sentient, we don't have the ways to talk to them. They may be the gods, but I cannot support the theory of star sentient trying to contact a moonship civilization, Thomas. I am not detecting anything from those 9 stars now. Did they got scared? I just hope they can find out communication schematics and understand them. Wolf 359 Communication Center. Assistant Shrymesh Jacob, who the fuck sending these small light messages with only 10 GB of data. In a random mathematical pattern for the last 8 weeks, it uses 60% of our system bandwidth. Chief John. We have tried every way of shutting down our system, change receiving frequency, but every time it overloads the system and the system shut down itself. We should inform our president, Azeri Wolf. We need to use 100% of Dyson Farm to interpret these message. Find the source of these message on President Azeri. Who the fuck is using so much energy to send 10 GB of data where you need our whole system output to read a message? Are you on drugs, Chief? John, dear President, if someone is sending these messages with that much energy, they mean business. They can be our business rivals. Who knows? Who hold grudges from other human star nations. Azeri Wolf. Okay, I am giving your military authorization to use 90% of Dyson Sphere to find the source of data. And then we Wolf Clan will get into our moon fleet time to spank some human idiots. After 2 months of repairs and research, Wolf 359 Star System Communication Team finally received the 10 GB data. John climbed on the fastest ship, and he took the ship to the planet of the Wolf system, breaking 20 different travel laws. President Wolf. What has happened? Why it's so urgent, John, that you have to break so many rules? It was my decision to allow you here, else you would be in the fighting pits of Wolf Clan by now, John dear. Alpha leader of Wolf Clan will become the center of human space soon. We would become the Wolf Empire. President. Stop speaking gibberish. I am giving you 10 minutes to say some facts. Chief John. Do you remember the Chief John? Do. You remember the mandatory briefing of Sol Senate about those 9 planets and aliens? It's true. We have been constantly receiving the same message in mathematical pattern, and their source is those same 9 stars in the Milky Way. President Azeri, but if our small nation has detected those other star systems with high communication machines would have found it before us. Chief John Azeri. We are known as Primitive Wolf Clan in human society for a reason. We accept all people as citizens who don't want to think about stars and galaxy as whole. We maintain bare minimum space infrastructure. The message which overloaded our system would just be among 100 messages flare they receive every week. President Azeri. See, when our ancestors created the Wolf Clan, they were called primitives and old idiots. Meanwhile, our clan want to be part of space humans. It's time to remind those advanced human techies, that old tech models and old ways of humanity would bring hope to trillion. Chief John, I will immediately send the message to Sol Senate, and I will also send it to all Wolf-affiliated moonships and our trade partners, so that these messages don't get ignored about bureaucrats. After 1 year Sol Senate secret meeting, the Wolf Clan is claiming that they have been receiving messages from 9 suspected extraterrestrial life star systems. They have been contacting all secret government agents all over the human space. Random member, those primitives, we have kept them isolated. Now why do they want to join back the human space? AI Orion, the head of AI Collective and member of Senate. Shut up. Wolf Clan only propagated the idea of less technology when we, digital and organic alike, were forcing humans to moon factories. You have hidden these messages from US so long AI Collective will veto these. And we ordered the contact with Wolf Clan to be established ASAP. AI Collective always kept Wolf Clan safe from your sanctions. AI Orion. They are our organics. We trust them. Senate decision. Okay, let the Professor Thomas contact with President Azeri and let get back in 6 months on these. After receiving messages from Sol Senate and AI Collective and Wolf Clan Professor Thomas, AI Prodigy and AI Athena started dancing in virtual space. We sent so much data, but they sent us 10 GB of data, which proves them as aliens as they use same principle of communication using their star, but their bandwidth is too low. Thomas. Finally, but these data is all based on text. It's just a coincidence, or they use a different technology that our machines are not able to interpret any audio or video message. AI Prodigy. Let's just report our findings. It seems we need to send them our design schematics. No one in our organic ancestors would have imagined that First Contact would be sending messages over light years, which is full of gibberish. By why Athena? We just need to process these data and send our communication. Tech blueprints with equations. These time, we will print everything in images. No language would be used. A big laser message of all possible schematics of human laser communication tech was sent out to 9 Draken systems after 4 years. In Savanta system, Veneris and Newcox OMG. We are receiving another message from Comet people. Did they understand our language? Our experts are still decades away from any analytics. Newcox. Mom, these dot message is completely text-based. That's why our system didn't got overloaded these times. This message is in terabytes. It's full of pictures. They have sent us pictures. Drawn by pencil. Please, Mother Universe. Do Comet ship people still draw on paper? Draken people cannot handle a cosmic joke. Veneris to High Council of Draken people. Our team has received terabytes of text-based drawings. It seems Comet people were able to understand that we cannot share audio-visual, so they have sent us drawings. We will need experts from language, art, culture, fashion, technology, and philosophy to interpret these vast images. In our early analysis, it seems they converted their entire culture into pictures and sent us the data into text. It will take us years to attach data together. High Council has come to the decision that we will start sending our cultural data to Comet people of specific category. It's to be announced that Comet people are sapient. Veneris team is hereby instructed to come with a communication mechanism in a way that when we send them art data of 10G by Comet, people will send us terabytes of art data so that we can at least categorize data, then mindlessly interpret it. After 5 years, Veneris team sent out the biological data of Draken people AI prodigy. What is the cosmic joke? We have been talking to shark people who got scared of comet ships and came out of the dark void to talk to us. And that's how humanity met the Drakens, people, and thus started the golden age of the Milky Way galaxy. Drakens people spent next 3 centuries to build the massive lasers which can then use sun's energy to send out data in both text, video, and audio. Humanity improved their tech with help of schematics from Drakens. After 2 more centuries of work, Draken people and humanity started their first video call on galactic level. About 2,900 galactic species started sharing knowledge and data instantly for the first time. After 40 centuries, FTL was finally discovered, and various civilizations started meeting one another. Comet ships become the cities of the Black Void. And that's how kids FTL was achieved in Milky Way galaxy. Now enjoy next amazing story. In the 22nd century, human nations have finally created their first fusion nuclear power plant. It led to widespread innovations. After sharing and fighting over oil and fossil fuels, humanity decided to look for resources beyond Earth. Nuclear. Fuel was very much limited on Earth. Humanity looked beyond their planet for fuel. Humans finally ventured into their solar system and started mining Jupiter and Saturn for their fuel requirements. Within next 600 years, humanity discovered FTL in the 30th century. Humans are spread across 30 star systems and have a bubble of 100 light years known as human space. Humanity was welcomed into the galactic community of alien races in the 31st century. Humans, traders, and diplomats slowly won the heart of many alien races. Most civilizations were friends of humans, but some races were jealous of human adaptability to take on any role in the galactic economy. Humans were tiny compared to galactic standard height. They were not the warriors like the Znoisans, and they were never a competition to AI races who maintained the FTL superhighways. Humans had one advantage. Their ability to create assembly lines for any big spaceship to a Dyson Swarm humans can create an assembly line for any kind of product, from costly dreadnoughts to simple civilian planetary ships. Humanity's greatest strength were their lawyers, human. Lawyers fought for every tooth, cranny, moon, or gas giant mining rights in galactic courts. Humanity majorly won most of their lawsuits. They were not the biggest economic power, but no one would go to battle them on grounds of legal bullying. Humanity had their first president of United Planets of Earth in 41st century. Claudia James human president was mostly a namesake post. But it became important whenever any other race courts would try to summon the human government. Claudia was one of the brightest lawyers in her mid-30s, so humans appointed a lawyer to show a united front to the galaxy and to slowly hide their 1,000 plus Govts quarrel. Let's come to the real part of this galactic story. Humans have slowly uplifted cats, dogs, and horses, and few small animals to sentient thinking. Humans were surprised to hear stories from these uplifted new citizens of human space. Humanity in their own hubris, aka overconfidence, forgot to uplift most of other Earth species, which were slowly understanding and adapting with humans since the 20th century as per Earth time. Many Earth animals and planets were not able to talk to other members of their species due to geographical limitations. And most of them were not sentient, but birds of Earth have been traveling far and wide. First signs of birds' progress was seen in the 21st century, when few bird species came to a consensus in their primitive ways to harass humans on their migratory routes. Parrots cutting internet wires in Argentina, like bustard birds, helped monkeys to find homes in small tree grouping around ever-increasing human cities. By the 31st century, few birds had even created voice-based languages to communicate. Humans, spreading among the stars, also increased bird migration to various artificial habitats in space stations to various planets and moons across the galaxy. Since the industrialization of Earth in the 18th to 23rd century, parrots evolved themselves to survive and spread their species population wherever possible. This was a sudden change in parrots' DNA, and these got ingrained in their DNA. Parrots slowly started increasing their population around the galactic civilizations. Parrots and other bird species started becoming part of other races' jungles too. Znosian zookeepers were first to notice that in 41st century, certain type of birds known as parrots have increased their footprint on every possible jungle planet, which has some similarity to Earth's ecosystem. This was also noticed by human researchers, but they mostly researched that if parrots and other animals are not harmful to alien flora and fauna, they would leave their research at plant-animal-specific inoculations. Notians were the space spiders. They had 8 legs and 4 hands and an empty face without eyes, and just a mouth. Before humanity emerged in the galaxy, Xenosians were a well-respected species as lawyers to bureaucrats. But humanity keeps Xenosians at arm's length as they were part of our ancient nightmares. Many races disliked other races, and they would just keep a respectful distance, but Xenosians' lawyers were facing furious competition from human lawyers in various types of courts. Xenosians were the most ancient race in the Milky Way galaxy. Their age was in centuries. They were often called as zookeepers of Milky Way for their love of flora and fauna, and their high advanced weaponry, which have been long abandoned by them, and Xenosians being an ancient race, would often cover their face and wear funny clothes during their professional work while encountering humans. It was a collective headache of Xenosians who would often get ignored when a human would appear in a city. Some Xenosians would even ask to change cities. Let's come back to our parrots who have been somehow exploring all kinds of forests in the galaxy. Zookeeper Mr. Abhorat Simbas Bawamtilpan Saturdo, the expert of linguistics in the Xenorsian race. Abhorat observed the first signs of vocal language among parrots in his space station forest habitat. It took Abhorat 5 Earth years to create a primitive animal language translator. He used it to research on parrots, and one fine day, AI Zora working with Mr. Abhorat made a discovery. Abhorat woke up to a big splash of cold water on his bed. He yelled, "Zora, stop watching those human prank videos." Zora, "Boss, humans are the most funny race." Abhorat went to washroom to refresh. He came out and said, "Zora, I agree. They give tough competition to our ancient race. Our century-old lawyers were happy when they started facing competition with human lawyers. But now our lawyers are reduced to mere advisors in 7% of galactic court cases. Because no one wants a human lawyer running away from a courtroom because of us. We helped those apes in their first Senate membership. When human diplomat was avoiding our ambassador, we used so much of our social capital for that human diplomat. No one knew that he was scared of us. Zora, why did you wake me up? With cold water? It's holiday. You could have waited till afternoon to prank me." Zora, "Sir, I think parrots are the uplifted race, and it seems humans forgot to catalog them as such, or maybe parrots are some uplifted experiment, which was done by a rogue human, and that human never got caught." Zora continues, "I can say that. Parrots of our space station are early-stage primitive sentient race. They would be early-stage primitive cave humans, if I use a human acronym. Abhorat yelling, these is not good. We need to find a way to talk to these parrots. Parrots are on about 100 plus planets and unknown number of space habitats. A sentient primitive race just roaming around the galaxy. These would create disaster." Many races have differing laws over their flora and fauna consumption. We are an ancient race. Abhorat thought for 10 extreme minutes. Abhorat made a strange noise and uttered an ancient code in Zora's microphone. Abhorat put a secret code on Zora Interaction Terminal. AI Zora, "Mr. Abhorat, why did you release our most sacred summon? which is hidden and locked inside all Xenosian species AIs. This is our Xenosians' ancient code, which would even stop a rogue ancient AI to stop their rampage. You want to summon the Xenosians' secret senate over some parrots. This is not the first. Discovery of a potential sentient animal bird. Abhorret, Micha. If you are aware of parrots, they can mimic human words we don't know. For how long parrots have been sentient? And we need to do something about these parrots. It can be the biggest issue around sentient laws in a millennia. And parrots are the only human birds which expands fastest in any new alien forest habitat. Let's look at our research on their language, Zura. I have called the secret Senate meeting on our symbolic home system space station. It will happen on ceremonial home system in next 5 months, even if it's now an uninhabitable planet, destroyed in our ancient civil war. AI Zura. I have perfected our parrot language translator. Here is our last 3 months of research and recordings of their discussion. Parrots have named themselves, which are roughly translated into Galactic Common Clan Leader, Parrot Parakeet, Other, Parrot names, Lorikeet, Budgerigar, Amazon, Kaik, Cockatiel, Cockatoo, Conure, Lovebird, Macaw, Parakeet, Parrotlet, and Pionis. Parakeet. Our clans have been surviving humans for generations. Our race attempted to communicate with those magic race of humans, but they ignored us, Macaw. As per stories told by our first gods, we were limited to a land which was round. After sharing our migratory route details with other parrot clans, we believed that our land is round which we share with those magic humans, Macaw. Then, on the Judgment Day, we heard stories of magic planes disappearing in the night sky, which made us speculate about the land and skies beyond the night sky. Pionis. We have learned that there are numerous lands with sky and land without sky. Parakeet. Yeah, some of our strong warriors often travel with humans, and those strange humanoid aliens as their familiar, so that we can bring our stories of travel to other clans. Pionis. But last parrot that visited us in that human food region, dining hall of space station. That parrot has no name, and he never heard of any stories of any clans. Parakeet. That parrot ancestors would be from parrots who fell in love with their humans. AI Zura and Abhorret listened to their conversation for the next 14 hours. They both come to a similar conclusion. A sentient race of birds, aka parrots, have emerged on Earth, and they have become spacefaring alongside humans. In next 6 months, Xenosians leaders from different corners of the galaxy started traveling to their ancient home star system, Spidoro. When Galactic Senate asked about such a sudden traveling plans by leaders of an ancient race, Xenosians say that this is their once-a-millennia race meeting for an important matter. It has never been seen before in the galaxy. An ancient race which was a strong pillar of the Milky Way galaxy was organizing their own Senate meeting. Some Xenosians who have become citizens of other races and have renounced any connection to their race. Even their leaders were summoned to the council. Human intelligence units were the most concerned about such an event, because Xenosians were still part of most of humanity's nightmare. Maybe in some ancient space war, some Xenosians might have traveled to Earth. President Claudia was assured by Xenosian diplomat with just 2 lines. We helped you in your Senate membership, and our citizens always acknowledged human sentiment. Galaxy held their breath, as Xenosians were still an ancient warrior race with black sites and unknown hidden weapons. Million members of Xenosians' ancient Senate gathered together for 1-year-long meeting on their namesake home system, Spidoro Eldest, a live Xenosian Sprongo in his private chambers. Sprongo. Mr. Aberrat, why did you use the ancient Senate code? I agree that small bird sentience is a major issue, but this doesn't warrant the use of ancient code, Sprongo said. I have to apologize to our explorers of Andromeda Galaxy. One of our colony even started preparing for war. It took 100 Xenosian leaders to calm them down. Our ancient weapons are a nightmare even for our race. Zookeeper Abhorret, I have been researching on parrots for quite few years. It was a wrong decision in heat of the moment. I apologize. Sprongo. Well, everything happens for a reason. We are finally gathered together. It would be the biggest celebration of our race in 1,000 years. So many of our leaders started traveling that we cannot cancel these meetings. AI Zorro, please gather all intels on these parrots and their possible clan leaders by planet and space stations. We need a perfect plan to gather all parrot leaders in secret, without attracting humans or other races' attention. It is good that parrots are rarely eaten as food due to their attribute to mimic other sentient languages, only if they can speak only few words. After a year of celebration, Xenosian Council passed a unanimous resolution. 1. We need to uplift parrots in secret. We need to create proper laws and proper research around reframing sentient laws in the Milky Way galaxy. 2. We are the proud zookeepers of the galaxy. These will help us to reach out to all parrot habitats around the galaxy. Xenosians. Senate issued a statement to the galaxy. One zookeeper with a Xenosian AI would visit all planets and various space stations and catalog all animals and plants. Thuk. Xenosian Senate even asked humanity to appoint some resilient humans to intermediate during their visits. After continuous work of 10 years, Xenosian's race was able to contact most of parrot habitats. Xenosian's race adopted a lot of parrots, clan leaders, from various planets, which alarmed humans a lot, and few daring humans who were able to overcome their Xenosian fear were even sent. Has audit inspectors to check on well-being of parrots, which often alarmed parrot race members. Clan leader Parrot Parakeet was chosen as parrots. Diplomat parrots first. Senate was called on a secret Xenosian space station. All parrots shared their good and bad stories of their various travels. Only upper ranks of parrots tribes were aware of the galactic reality. And parrots jointly decided that humanity needs to answer for their negligence of Earth since the 21st century. As parrots' invasion and protest in Argentinian town in 21st century was a historical event for all their countless generation, the Xenosians. Leader filed a lawsuit against the human race in the Supreme Court located at Galactic Core. Only very important matters were discussed there. Galactic Senate meeting. Human diplomat Claudia James, who has now been made diplomat. Claudia, why Xenosians have filed a case and you have not provided with any reason. We have been making many compromises in Xenosians' favor too. Due to our mutual problem of fear, Abhorat, newly appointed Xenosians diplomat, we would like to introduce a new sentient race to the galaxy. Their home system is Earth. They have authorized us to speak on their behalf. Diplomat Claudia, I request you to appoint your best lawyers who don't fear my race. There will be judges from 50 different races. We have been ignoring the wars of young races for long, and human penchant for war diplomacy would not be tolerated in these specific cases. We request humans to sign ceasefire for all their wars. There were 4 war fronts at that time. Diplomat Abhorat. Miss Claudia, you don't need to be alarmed. We are just trying to signify the importance of these court case. These court case won't result in any war declaration against humans. Please respect our rules and ancient wisdom of your elders. Diplomat Claudia. Mr. Abhorat, we are aware of the ancient war history of our galaxy. I must warn you that, although Xenosians are the advanced race, we won't go down that easily. Humanity would consider the ceasefire. We respect the oldest galactic judicial institution, but our lawyers have to fight other races for basic luxury of space travel for a long time. It took us centuries just to negotiate the taxes on use of galactic FTL highways. You must ensure that no party would take any hostile act against us, and we would cooperate with your false court case. I request that you please disclose the name of the new race, which claims Sol system as their own. Diplomat Abhorat. We would allow humans to appoint a joint admiral for galactic peacekeeping force. These would elevate any of humanity's concern. In the next 3 months, prepare with your lawyers. Galactic Supreme Court with 50 judges from different kinds of species. There was even a judge from a non-corporeal race, Xenosian lawyer. We would like to file a defamation case against humanity for 10 quadrillion credits for crimes and negligence of the sentient race of parrots for more than 1,000 years, since the first protest by parrots in the year 2023. Every human planet was watching the live stream. Everybody was shocked. Xenosian zookeepers provided parrot translation programs to various races and humans. Court proceedings. Human lawyer Claudia, who was shocked. She remembered her time as president when a zoologist told her that parrots have highest population count, and she ignored it as some effective interaction with alien forests. Claudia, we would like to meet the parrot leaders. Parrot Parakeet. Flew to the center of the podium. Humans have disregarded our protests, invasions, and requests for centuries. We demand complete surrender of all forests in human space, and we demand the sanctioning of 50% land on the garden world in human space as our sovereign land. We also demand that human leadership surrender to parrot race for next 10 centuries, or we would burn the galaxy down with help of Xenosian's Xenosian lawyer. Please calm down, Parakeet. You cannot ask for such high demands. Diplomat Parakeet, I suggest that humans would agree to negotiate for equal right of parrots in human space and galaxy. As whole, Xenosian lawyer sends a list of demands and requests to lawyer Claudia with various rules of further discussions. Claudia takes 30 minutes to analyze the list with human AI's help. Claudia, we agree to most of demands and requests by Xenosian lawyer, and I have already contacted the human president to issue an order to create safe space for all parrots. Diplomat Parakeet started yelling, "We have been oppressed by humans for centuries. We would not fall for such a diplomatic answer of former human president who is hiding her actual intent. We race of parrots declare war on humanity. We give humans 10 days to surrender to us." The court session was suspended. Parrots on Earth suddenly took over weather system. Parrots, with help of a rogue Xenosian AI Zora, took control of Dyson's sphere of Sol system. In next 10 hours, various space stations faced many minor issues, as various parrots who newly learned to code started creating minor problems for humans. Parakeet was very much angry, but he was scared too. Parrots just wanted to send a message to humans who, as per parrots, only understand the language of violence. A secret fleet of 10K ships of ancient Xenosians' warships emerged at the edge of human space. Suddenly, the Peace Fleet of the Galactic Senate emerged about 100 million Cowans from the Xenosians' Parrot Fleet. Parrot Admiral of Parrot Fleet Macaw, we are here for the freedom of our ancestors. We will make humans surrender. These is declaration of a war on humans. Call back the Peace Fleet. Our war is only with humans. We have no quarrel with other races in galaxy. Peace Fleet Admiral James Patel answered the call. Fleet Admiral Macaw, please do not use such an ancient, powerful fleet. We are ready to negotiate. Please don't unleash the power of ancient Xenosian warships on the galaxy. No one would be able to win the war, Admiral Macaw. We stole these fleet as our right to planet Earth. We are a sentient race. I want to personally break your neck with my jaw, but you represent Peace Fleet. Take away these fleet. Humans only understand the language of war. We have read your history books, which are correlated to a lot of troubles faced by our ancestors during your wars. These standoff continued for a week, as AI Zora did not want it to fire at Peace Fleet. A human fleet of 5,000 ships appeared at the human space border in a week. During these time, various races gathered their own fleets, because everyone feared the Xenosian ancient fleets. Modern Xenosian warships were no match for the ancient fleet. Alien races alongside a human fleet with a peace fleet combined their shields and created a huge wall of energy, and named their fleet as Alliance Fleet. Macaw ordered all 1,000 ships to open fire. Xenosian warships fired their quantum beams at 10 times the speed of light at the Alliance Fleet. Alliance Fleet, equipped with strong shields which can even protect a star, took the blunt of parrot ships. Both fleets kept firing at each other. Alliance Fleet was slowly pushed back. Engines started overloading. It took 3 more fleets from other races to keep the parrot's ship from winning the fight. Space battles are slow. For about 98 hours, both fleets kept exchanging fire. Only 1 parrot ship got destroyed, and Alliance has lost 100 ships, of which 40 were the human warships. Suddenly, all ships from Alliance and Parrot Fleet stopped firing. There was a sudden rumbling in the space. A big wormhole opened, and there emerged a massive armada of 100K warships. It shocked both the Alliance ship and Parrot's AI Zora, who was protecting and supporting parrots. AI Zora felt fear for the first time. Eldest Xenosian Sprongo from his flagship Dreadnought Milky Way sent a message to all ships. Shut down all your engines. We are the Milky Way Protector Fleet, represented by thousands of planets in the galaxy. AI Zora, you must surrender right now, it seems. The secret code has unlocked all of your previous memories, which triggered your protective instincts. We would not let a young race of birds burn the galaxy for their revenge. We will support proper negotiation between humans and parrots. On the suggestion of AI Zora, all parrots stopped their war actions throughout human space. Slowly, under the watchful eye of galaxy protectors, all warships were sent back to their docking ports. It took 2 years for proper negotiation between Edzia's parrots and humans. When the galaxy saw the Suchi advanced armada, most of the wars were postponed, and Galaxy entered a new era of peace. Diplomat Parakeet and Diplomat Claudia signed a peace agreement where humanity surrendered 5-star systems to parrots. AI Zora was confined to an android body, where Zora decided to stay with parrots. All warships from parrots were confiscated. Over the next 200 years, both humanity and parrots explored the galaxy together. Humanity learned the biggest lesson. In their history of centuries, war is never the answer. We should not neglect our Earth and galaxy. It has been said that parrot coders and humans have been slowly upgrading the Milky Way protector fleet, and Sol System formed the first assembly line for Dreadnought's manufacturing. I hope you liked these story. Thanks for diving into this story with me. Don't miss out on the next one. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think.